Shout out to everybody here on the live. Quick morning update for you as we get it into the morning. Shout out to each and every one of you beautiful people here on the live stream. We got you, baby. We got you. No days off every single day, baby. Every single day. Shout out to each and every one of you for jumping on into the live, baby. Jumping on into the live. Shout out to all the beautiful people. Shout out to everybody here. Thank you for jumping on in. We're listening to Sun Levitation here by Kilrood. Sun Levitation by Kilrood. We're moving it. Shout out to V-Chain pumping to the upside. Look at that shoulder, head and shoulder as it blasted up. We did not get stopped out. It double bottom to the upside. However, I have something else to show you. I wasn't trading V-Chain. V-Chain 3L, baby. V-Chain 3L for the win. Let's take a look at it. And what I was looking at was my old idea here. My foolproof plan is when the moving averages bunch up, you're likely to get a pump up to the daily 200 SMA, and that's exactly what this did when you were low in the stochastics with the MACD turning. I'm teaching my students this every single day over and over again. This concept is absolutely amazing. It'll get you going. It'll get you where you need to be. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. Let me bring that mic down. So sorry, it was a little distorted. Should be okay now. Should be okay now. Shout out to each and every one of you jumping on in. So boom, we also gave you Quick Swap. Why? Because Quick Swap was likely on the daily time frame to make that move. Look at Quick Swap booming. Insane, right? I talked about how Quick Swap could make that pump, right? Quick Swap to the upside. What a beautiful move for Quick Swap. So interesting. And once it got above the 200 SMA, so first you get the pump to it, then you get the boom. Quick Swap for the gains, baby. There was a gap in the VRVP here. This is why you move so fast. Understand how to use the VRVP. Quick Swap for 65% gains. I put this out. I talked about how Matic was pumping. If you're late on Matic, well, the swap for Matic is Quick Swap. I know every single swap. No, not every single, but basically the one. Like Trader Joe, right? Bang for Avalanche, right? Spooky Swap for Phantom. Quick Swap for Matic. Do you know your swaps? You know, I want to play a video real quick. I want to bring the music down. I was watching Twitter this morning, wasting some time, and Kevin O'Leary came out on Twitter, right? And he was saying how he felt like BNB didn't have a use case. I thought this was pretty strange. So he says BNB doesn't have a use case. That's what Kevin O'Leary says. He's like, that's untrue. When you tap into BNB, you tap into the idea that yet most people are going to be using DeFi. You're buying DeFi. So anyone that thinks that BNB only has a use case because you get trading fees off of it, that's what he really said. He came out to Congress trying to say BNB only makes money because you get trading fees. I mean, that's not true. You can actually... It's an entire ecosystem. The Binance Smart Chain propels an entire ecosystem. BNB is an access point to an entire DeFi world and community and ecosystem. So anyone that doesn't know that has no idea what they're talking about crypto. We do not want Kevin O'Leary in crypto. We want him out of crypto. We want him as far away from crypto as humanly possible. The man is as far as I'm concerned, he's one of the grimiest individuals on earth, and it's coming out every single day, clearer and clearer. He will do anything and say anything to hold his position, and we know that he's full of old shoes. So anyway, moving forward, he's also kind of a dangerous man. You know what I mean? If you go into his past, so you got to be careful too. He will do whatever it takes, apparently, and has been shown in the records. So anyway, Quick Swap banging to the upside. I liked PRB, right? This Polka Bridge starting to get tighter in the zone. It's up a little bit just from a pattern trade. Polka Bridge on the radar to the upside. Let's break down Bitcoin for you too as well. But VeChain having a big move. VeChain 3L. Banging on them. And let's take a look at VeChain USDT.3L. I guess we kind of, but look, it pumped all the way up to the 200 SMA on the daily time frame. See this? The moving averages got bunched up. It was likely was going to get that blast. I mean, I'm just so amazed how this happens over and over and over and over again. OPC did the same thing. It blasted up when the moving averages got tight to the daily, and then it pumped up even more, still holding gains of 84% for opacity. Kudos, baby, kudos. I put kudos in the buy zone. This thing is up. Almost every single coin that I've put out in the last few weeks is up massively. 65% for kudos and continuing to move. We talked about Orbitum. Orbitum blasted, came back down, retested, and pumped up again. But we hit it for 157 the first time. It was tight, and it pumped up to what? The 200 SMA on the daily time frame. I'm telling you right now, this is the sauce. This is how it gets done. All right? Look at this one. This one hasn't done it yet. What do you think is going to happen? Eventually, super rare ball, I'm telling you right now, and again, anything could happen. Maybe it goes lower, so there's no guarantees. But there's a high probability this pumps up to the 200 SMA somewhen, somehow. Maybe it becomes a rug pull and it falls off, right? And it might take time. This 200 might come up while this goes sideways, and then it pumps. So it may not be 1,800%. But I would be watching these types of ideas. I like to slide 500 in them and just wait till they hit that area. ROSN, we put this out last night. ROSN, talked about it the day before, how it was likely to break out of here to the upside. It did that for a nice little gainer here on ROSN, ROSN Finance. Total of about 19%, still holding a gain of about 8% on the move for ROSN Finance. Filecoin has been the big winner, banging on them to the upside. Filecoin just continues to destroy. I put out Filecoin right here. Yes, it would dip. Technically, it would have been stopped out. I may have put a stop loss right here. Did put it on the radar, though, and I didn't look at it again. I can't look at every single coin in the game. Other people were on it in my trading group, so I let it go. Filecoin getting a massive move, though, from $4 all the way back to $9. If you remember, Filecoin started the rally. Filecoin was one of the first coins to really pump really, really hard when the rally first began. How's everybody doing out there? How is everybody hanging in? You know, and this water situation in Ohio is scary business. You know, if you just jump on Twitter and you can see people kicking the shoreline, and you can see how much toxic chemicals are in the water. And honestly, I've always been somewhat prophetic. I caution everyone to be careful. The chemicals may reach as far as Boston if possible. If the weather pushes it, it could possibly happen. So just don't think it can't happen to you. Don't think it's just one area. I mean, this thing is still going. They're not giving us a lot of information. One good news is mushrooms can help this. If you take mushrooms, mushrooms can grab toxic chemicals. They're the only natural source in the world that can basically bring in toxic chemicals and somehow replenish the earth. With the mushroom, you can do so much. So let's not all be so negative and fearful. This guy actually has a solution. We could clean up chemical spills with the mushrooms in East Palestine. This is a big deal. But if you're, and you got to get your news from the people. You can't get your news from a news station anymore. You got to get your news from the people, from the ground. Like, I want to watch videos of people in East Palestine. I don't want to watch CNN. I don't want to watch Fox News. I don't want to watch any news station. The news has an agenda. A person putting out a video doesn't, you know, sometimes they do, but a lot of these people are just putting out a news. They're showing you what's really happening. This girl's breaking it down for you. She's talking about the rashes people are getting. They're saying not to go into your basement because it could turn into mustard gas over time. This dude fills up a bottle of water and you can see what happens. It doesn't look like clear water. It looks really strange. So you can do your own research here on Twitter and look at the people who live there. And you don't have to do anything else. You don't have to listen to any news organization. You don't have to. So when anyone tells you, oh, you're biased, you're listening to this, you're like, no, I'm listening to people on the ground. Boots on the ground. Did you get your PulseX? I did, just in case. I'm not a huge fan or I'm not against it either. I'm open-minded that anything could happen. PulseX on the radar, right? Let's break down Bitcoin, just so you know. But just be careful, everybody. Just be careful. This isn't over yet, and it could get worse. We don't know really what they're doing. They're not telling us the information. We're not getting the proper information that we need as the people to make an informed decision. So back to the movement here. The 1 hour had multiple times to pump, and somehow it never got above resistance. Not a good sign. I'll tell you that right now. Not a good sign. I woke up this morning with the 1 hour ready to go, and that's what we got out of that move. Kind of strange that we did not get above the resistance. So we have clear resistance for Bitcoin now at about 24,875. If we cannot make a high above this high, you have to expect more downside. You have to look at this like an M pattern that is hitting its hitting the resistance level and not able to get above it. And that could break you right back down here to 22,800. We must remain bearish and bullish at the same time. We must be open-minded that anything could happen at any given moment in time. We must not say this has to be, and this has to be. So we got to be very, very careful with the markets. We got to take a deep breath, and we got to go one step at a time. One step at a time. But, you know, to me, not the best sign. I like when this moves up, you usually get a bigger move out of here. However, we are crossing the line. There is a chance we could get a big move here. I put this in a pattern. That's all I'm doing. It isn't divergence. I'm just putting it inside of a pattern. The MACD says we want to move with tightness in the channel. So we're still in the channel. Slight breakout on the channel, in my humble opinion, right? Starting to get a little bit of move now to 24,800. Usually I like to pump it right when I come on. So let's bring out BOOKMAP and take a look at what's happening on the liquidity section here for BOOKMAP. Where are the order books going on today? What do we see? I mean, we have a big order at 24,400. So about 800 Bitcoins, 900 Bitcoins. We have another order here, 400 Bitcoins, 500 Bitcoins to 25,000 and 25,200. Bit of a small sell wall here. There is more liquidity right here than anywhere else. This would behoove me to believe that it's more likely we go to 24,400 and revamp here. So just something to think about. The liquidity suggests we may go lower. Also, volatility, Sunday night into Monday morning. The most volatile night of the week. Remember that. Remember that. Also, the 15-minute is getting overbought right here inside of this channel, suggesting that we go back to the bottom of the channel. So what I say for the next 2 hours, it looks like a short squeeze may, a short may occur. 15-minute may have to reset unless we can get a short squeeze out of this in a retest of the zone. But right now, the 15-minute suggests that we do close lower, and the 4-hour getting overbought, the 1 hour getting overbought without giving us much juice is a little worrisome to me. I would like to see more juice out of that. Let's take a look. The 4-hour began to curve here, curved up. Now the 4 hour is all the way up to the dotted line. It's kind of weird. The 4-hour got that high all the way up to the dotted line. I'm going to remove these moves. Not a good sign that the 4-hour got that high and we couldn't get above the zone. 4-hour showing signs of life last night, like it could get a blast up. This stochastic move, but price action didn't get above resistance. You really have to break this high or you're in a downtrend. You see what I'm saying? High, low, lower, high. You must assume you will put in a lower low. If you can't break this high, you must assume you put in a lower low. I don't like to see this curving. It's not a really good sign right now, suggesting that that big punch for Bitcoin may not happen. May not happen. We actually may get a double top here. I'm just, 8-hour time frame kind of flattening out. 6-hour time frame has gasoline, but it's in indecision. 22 hours overbought, all right? And the daily has a bearish divergence that I've talked about already that we must heed. I mean, bearish divergence, I'm a big-time divergence trader. When I see divergence, you must heed divergence. So we have swing up to swing up on these highs. We have swing down to swing down on these lows. That, to me, is bearish divergence and tells us that we may drop to the downside. Bearish divergence to the downside, 24,794 on the move, right? We take a look at 24K, and also the 4 hours also telling us we're beat. So a lot of time frames getting overextended. Bearish divergence on the daily time frame, not the best sign. However, we'll watch the smaller time frames and see if we can get the blast. The measured move is still 26,128, but because of this momentum, I'm seeing a lack of momentum. I would have liked a bigger move out of the blue line push. Basically what I do is I backtest. Look, from here to here was a nice move. Look at the push we got. That's a healthy move in the stochastics. So when the stochastics goes from the dotted line all the way up to almost the dotted line, and you don't get a ferocious move, it tells me something is worried. Something's a little, we should have got a bigger. I mean, I guess it started here and we did get a pretty big move, but I wanted a bigger move from the middle section to the secondary section further to the upside. This is not ideal for me personally, but anything is possible. So right now I expect the 15-minute to roll over unless we get some crazy short squeeze. I don't see some big liquidity, but it is Sunday. Anything is possible. Right now, if I had to make a call, it says we go back down to 24,500. If I had to make a call, it looks like we're going to go back down to 24,500. All right. I don't want to see us break this point of control right here on the local area of the 1 hour, which is 24,000, about 600. So right now we're okay. It's not the end of the world. Everything is okay. But we got to take it one step at a time, one moment at a time. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. We gave you Clayton on the live. So that's what my update for Bitcoin. Really not much to talk about. We're at a resistance. And until we get a huge pump out and we break through this high, it's likely we break down back to this bottom area at about 23,495. We'll see. We have to break this point of control. We have to break this area. But I'm just showing you our likely scenario if we can't break this wick high here to the upside on the 1 hour time frame. So I am, I was really bullish because the movement looked good, but because the movement extended and we didn't get the full push out, it's got me weary right now. The 4 hour also getting overbought, And does it have a bearish? It looks like it's getting, okay, a little bit of a cross right there, but it's getting above the dotted line. It's moving. How did I do that? Double click any oscillator. It becomes the whole screen. Double click the indicator. Double click the MACD. Double click to get out. Double click the RSI. All right. Double click price action if you want to just look at price action without the indicators. Very easy and simple to do. Nice little idea. All right. I mean, you can see the consolidation here, right? Like whenever you see something consolidating like this, it should tell you something is brewing. It's got a trend line that it keeps hitting, and it's following it, and it's getting tighter and tighter in the zone. Getting overbought on the 4-hour time frame, it either breaks out and retests one of these support areas as the stochastic resets. So listen, you want tactical stochastic entries. What I mean by that is you don't want to enter where you want to enter where the stochastics tell you to enter. What do you mean by that? Well, let me explain. So look, I know that when stochastics are low, it usually is a low point to get in. So when the stochastics are low, it's a great place to get in. So here's the deal. As a trader, I want to get in when the stochastics reset to the downside. That's what I would like personally. However, it may not. It may pump up here and get a pretty nice pump. Eventually, once it comes up, it will come back down and retest. When it retests, more than likely, it's going to hit the stochastics area. How am I getting a blue and a red line? You seeing that? It's kind of cool. I don't mind it, but you see how it's like drawing two lines at once? Wow, now I don't see that anymore. That was bugged out. Wow, I guess my glasses have blue light in them. I don't know. That's weird. I'm seeing another line outside of this line now. Like an outline. I never saw it before. That's trippy. It's my glasses. When I pull away, my glasses like duplicate the line. Oh my gosh. Something to do with the sunlight. Bugged out. Anyway, let me get back to what I was teaching. So, I'm not really about catching the move. I'm catching the entry. So, if it moves out, so be it. What if it comes down and retested? Then I want to enter when the Stokes are low. If it doesn't break out and it retests back here, I want to enter when the Stokes are low. To me, I don't really care. I care where price action is. I want it to be retesting this level or this level when the Stokes are low. Now, you could also just enter the trade here hoping, but you have to be okay with it coming down and put a stop loss here and just know that you may be in the red for a while. You see what I'm saying? I like my precise way of entering, but sometimes if I don't want to be that precise and wait all that time, I'll just enter. But if I don't use my precise way of entering, I have to know that there's a chance. Like if you decide to buy this trade right now and you think, you know what, high likelihood I won't get stopped out if I put a stop loss somewhere below this 200 SMA and right below this area. Yes, there's a good chance you'll be okay, right? The idea is, though, you may be down in the trade, though, 5 to 10% before you eventually win in the trade. This used to happen to me. I used to enter a trade when the Stokes were high, and I'd have to suffer kind of a down period in the trade. Funny, as I said this, Bitcoin gets a short squeeze to the upside. Look at this. 24,000. And honestly, it's look, my indicator got taken on and off. Sometimes I have to toggle the indicator. See that? See how I toggled it and it came back on? Just toggle it. Sometimes you got to toggle it. I don't know why. And there's the short squeeze that I just said. I said, the only thing that would happen is a short squeeze, and it didn't even look like we could get short squeezed. But there we go. Let's take a look at Bitcoin now. I swear it pumps the second I come on. How many times do I come on the live and it starts to pump? How many times? It's getting crazy for me. I even said, watch it start pumping because I'm here. I said it. So insane. Let's take a look at what's happening here on the smaller time frame. Is Bitcoin pumping out of that channel to the upside here? It is getting a breakout. The 1 hour finally has that move, and there we go. And look, it is breaking this resistance. We know where we need to go now, but nice pump for Bitcoin. Now we're at another resistance point. We got to break through. We got to get all the way up to here. Can we short squeeze all the way to 25,250, or is this just a fake out breakout? Nice little rally for Bitcoin. I'm excited for it. Not too shabby. We'll take it. We're excited for it. Any breakout is a good one. All right. Shout out to all the beautiful people on the live. May I get the likes up to the watchers? I would greatly appreciate it. How many people we got watching? I didn't get a chance to look. 472 on this beautiful Sunday. Shout out to the 146 beautiful souls that decided to hit that like button. You are the souls that are going to get the best karma in the world. The other 300 people, you're blessed. I love you, but you're not putting in that effort. You're not giving me that extra sauce. I'm here every single day, 7 days a week, and you can't hit the like button once? To me, that's just not a reciprocal relationship. You know what I mean? If I was in a relationship, I would be being abused right now. So don't abuse me. Hit the like button. Do the right thing. Also, as I say to everybody here on this channel, to the 400 people that are deciding not to hit the like, 300 people actually, that decide that the like button doesn't suit them, isn't for them. Well, you probably hold cryptocurrency because you're watching this show. You probably want to get into cryptocurrency if you don't hold it because you're watching the show. You probably are interested in cryptocurrency if you're watching the show. If any of those three things are true, and you don't want to help push cryptocurrency into the space, you don't want to help popularize it, then what are you doing? Do you want your bags to pump or not? So by hitting the like button, you're going to help your own bags pump to the upside. I don't get the mentality of shunning my like button. My like button helps your own bags because more people learn about crypto because I'm here every single day. So if you help me procreate, if you help me push, procreate little crypto people, but if you help me push this narrative, you're going to help your own bags push its own narrative. So help yourself with your own life story. Hit the like button. I don't know how many times I have to explain this to people. It's not about us. It's not about me. It's about us. It's not about you. It's about us. It's about every single one of us here together every single day. So let's break. So there's my Bitcoin idea. You know, it got the pump. I said to watch it. You never know. Let's look at the smaller time frames. Could they give us any indication? We're overbought on every time frame. 7, 15, 1 hour is starting to get there. 4 hour a little sketch. 22 a little bit. Daily pushing up. Many time frames are getting overbought. We had the move. We had a massive move. Bitcoin did damage. You know, 19K, 18K, 21K, all the way to 25,000. Can we continue to get the push? Right now, this is okay. We're getting it. We did just break resistance. This is a good sign on the 7-minute time frame. We need bigger candles to close, though, or this will just look like a wick. 7 is now above the previous yellow resistance line here that I have drawn. See, to me, this looks like two lines, but I know it's not. Just weird. 7 pushing above resistance. We did breach the 25,000. All right. And their BOOKMAP closing that. Well, I mean, that order was the closest order. In our defense, we do close the closest orders, and that was the closest order. We short squeezed almost to 25,200 here on the futures exchange. Remember, futures are going to be a little different than the regular spot price action. Usually, that's where we dump. You want to start a short into the green wick, but you don't. Again, anything is possible. You don't want to do anything. You got to do whatever makes you happy. I teach class every single Tuesday from 3 to 5. If you ever want to jump on in and get this education, I teach class. Link in the description below. It's an automated link. You can click on it. PayPal, credit card, whatever you want. You can even pay in cryptocurrency. Email cryptolifers@gmail. We also do the last Saturday of every month because we know not everybody can make the weekday. A lot of people work a 9 to 5. I used to too. So, for that reason, we're here for you every single month, once a month on the first Saturday of every month. So Bitcoin got a bit of a pump. I'm just not liking the move right now. You know, and I rarely ever say that, right? But, you know, that bearish divergence on the daily has me. The fact that these oscillators are all overbought has me. And the fact that we're kind of double topping here has me a little, you know, watching this very, very closely. So as bullish as it could be, and I could be all euphoric over green candles, I'm really not. I'm watching this very, very closely. And the sad thing is, we need Bitcoin to go sideways. We need sideways price action for Bitcoin for the altcoins to really, really get their push to the upside. So there's my update for Bitcoin. I would watch this closely. What do I see happening until I go live tonight at 8 p.m.? So you can kind of caveat what I say now, and then we can kind of move into 8 p.m. So right now, if we can't close a candle on the daily tonight or the 4 hour above 25,282, I would expect more downside. That means this trend is basically making a downtrend because you can't make a higher high. You would assume you make a lower low somewhere in this region. Also, this has Bart Simpson vibes. Up, down. This could Bart Simpson right to the downside. I haven't seen anyone say this yet, but it has some Bart Simpson vibes. That's a straight edge. You got a Bart head. You got your side. All right. One good thing is we are above a high volume node, and we did find strong support here at 24,389, 24,500. That support needs to hold. So we'll watch throughout the day. What do I see happening? I see Bitcoin sideways through most of the day. After this little lackluster pump, and the momentum indicators will have to reset. Let's hope that we stay sideways as this 1 hour resets one more time and we don't lose the zone. That could create some more bullishness. That could keep me a little happy and content. But until then, we must stay above this point of control. We must stay above 24,451 to remain bullish. And it would be really nice if we could make a higher high. Look at this. The 21 and the 200 are far apart. Usually they get tight. The fact that these are pushing close, though, lets me move. It could be a quick little dip. We could also be getting a double bottom here. This is another thing I want you to be open-minded to. Remember, trading is like chess. You don't know what's going to happen. Don't tell yourself you know what's going to happen. Be open-minded to any single possibility and be ready to pounce or move based on that probability. Remember that. Be ready for any single possibility and be ready to pounce or move based on the probability. Have a plan for each and every idea that you have. Have a plan for it. All right? And then as each plan is called correct, move further towards the timeline that you've created in your brain. Always be prepared. Always be ready. Always have a plan every single time. All right? I think I had this thing in my phone. It was from Game of Thrones. It made me thinking about it right now. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Let me jump on into the chat. I haven't looked at the chat yet. Super busy on the mornings. Super chat Solana. File going to Magma. Yep. Dumb City. Epic 770 weekly candle close tonight at 8 p.m. The 777 weekly candle close tonight at 8 p.m. I feel heavy volatility for tonight. Heavy volatility for tonight. Insane, you know. That thing really just pumped out of nowhere in the last 7 minutes. That's insane. I sniff on something, right? I just sniff on it. They call me the gold man. Anyway, DSLA doing damage too. We put it out here in this channel. Likes to follow. I don't know. When did I... What? Oh, and that double bottom possibly. Didn't play out though. See that double bottom? Once you hit resistance, I mean, it came down and it popped again for gains, but it never really made... You had all this time to get out of that trade before hitting your stop though. Seriously. Bull Rally inbound. Nice episode 77. LMR. Yo, I called the bottom of LMR. I got so many coins ready to rip right now in the trading group. If I were you, I'd go through every single post that I posted in the last 2-3 days. I'd categorize them all. You have 3 hours of work. If you're my trading group and you haven't gone through every post that I've made in the last 3 days, categorize it all, put it in an Excel spreadsheet, rechart the ones you like, and really put in that effort, then, and you're asking yourself, why I haven't made gains yet? Because you haven't put in 110% effort. You got to make it happen. You got to want it. You got to push it, baby. LMR up right now already out of the channel to the upside. We talked about it last night. LMR for gains, baby. LMR for gains. Off the point of control to the upside, 23%. And I called this bottom for LMR. I believe that is the bottom for LMR. New moon in 16 hours. Bitcoin likes to dump on the new moon. Every time we have a new moon, Bitcoin dumps. Not every time, but majority of the time, Bitcoin dumps on the new moon, and it pumps on the full moon. So we have a new moon tonight. Kind of keeps me a little worried, too, that it's a new moon at the 777 on the weekly candle close. We have a lot coming at us today. But we hit, our chart. We hit our charts for gains. It's been a beautiful day to be alive. God bless each and every one of you for being here. Hacking token I even put out. I don't know. I drew this. I don't know if I ever gave it to anyone, but I drew that. That thing, just look at that. Beautiful pennant. Broke out, came back down. Broke out again. Alchemy Pay continues to pump. We started getting into Alchemy Pay down here. I personally own it long term. Alchemy Pay here at 0.01 cents, and it's pumped all the way up to 2 7/10 cents. Banging on them. It's not the opposite of new and full moons. You're completely corrupt. You're out of your mind. We pump on the full moon. We dump on the new moon. You're out of your mind. I made a video about it, and I explained it, like, in depth. Watch. Do I have to do this? Do I have to waste time doing this? I might as well. I've done it for you. I've given you all the information that you need. Is Bitcoin controlled by the moon? Ready? Let me stop the news here. We'll bring up this. Hi, I'm the Crypto Life. Whoa, what was that? You know what it is? The only thing about my laptop, it doesn't do well playing videos when I'm live. That's the one thing. And I have BOOKMAP on. My other computer can handle it. It can handle it. But this computer, I'm bogging down every single piece. But this has 1,900 views. This is a video that should be watched over and over again for anybody. But I can even just...
to the beginning of
here you
pump
go.
Again. New moon directly on top.
So look, there's a new moon, we dump. There's a full moon, we pump. There's a new moon, we dump. There's a full moon, we pump. There's a new moon, we dump. There's a full moon, we dump a little bit, but then we pump. There's a new moon, we pump again. All right? So you can believe whatever you want. I just show you the data. These aren't opinions. These aren't thoughts. These aren't processes. This is the data. All right? The data's there. Data is always there for you to collect. Whether you believe it or not, it's completely up to you. But the data is there for you to collect. So you should watch this video. If you don't, you should definitely watch this video. This should have way more views. I have so many videos that I believe could go viral at one point in time. We have so many videos in waiting that are just waiting for a huge pump. Anything could happen here. So I would watch this very, very closely too as well. Definitely watch this video whenever you get the chance. And again, we're not going to sit here and look at a moving screen. That's not that fun, right? Bang. Thank you so much for the super chat. May God bless you and yours. Boom, boom, boom. Someone asked about Solana and something else here. And then I'm out for the day. These are really just every single morning in my trading group, I do a Bitcoin update at 7 a.m. On the weekends, I like to give you the Bitcoin update that you would have gotten live so you feel what it would be like. Can we look at MOVR? Thanks. Put the lemon in the water. Let's put the lemon in the coffee. Ooh, that doesn't sound too good. Babe, imagine putting lemon in your coffee. Mom, could you put lemon in your coffee? Mom, could you put lemon in your coffee? Someone said put the lemon in the coffee. Has anyone ever done it? I bet you there's someone that drinks lemon coffee every morning. Somewhere out there in the world.
Nobody cares. I know people whose family loves to see it.
So we looked at Solana in this tight channel. It did bounce up 22% from the entry. Look at that. I gave this call. Solana up 22% on the move. Bang, bang, bang. I had so many gains that a lot of gains I don't even like I can't even send them to the game factory. Like they don't even get categorized. It's insane. Okay, I like my chaga coffee. Oh, you like the chaga coffee? Yeah, chaga growing. Yeah, you're a Mudwater guy. MOVR for my man, MOVR. Let's take a look at MOVR. No coffee, already too acidic. Lemon in your Diet Pepsi. Oh, God. I drink orange juice in my coffee. Coffee is best when simple. Orange juice in his coffee, this guy. So MOVR, it wasn't a cup and handle. Then it pumped again. Seems like people were jumping into Moon River, you know. A lot of Polkadot's starting to move recently. I have to be honest, the Polkadot ecosystem is waking up. I don't know what's happening, but something seems to be brewing for Polkadot. It is. I'm starting to see some gains. So look, I mean, possible resistance here on the wick. And we're retesting that same area of support. 1 hour needs to cool off. I wouldn't touch a high 1 hour like that. But 4 hours suggest that this could move, so maybe it comes back down to the pattern. Personal place to buy is when the 1 hour resets. I would keep an alert here down on this area. And then there's a chance this does continue to the upside for a move. Look at this. So I'm waiting for this to reset, and it looks like it could pump up for 40% gains. It is battling with this point of control. May go below it, but you want to see a daily or 4 hour candle close above the point of control. This thing could rock. FET, you kept saying was ready to blast. It looked like it. Last night was close, but no cigar for FET. We'll take a look at the FET USDT, and it also has a BTC pair. I like it. It looks like it's about to blast. I'm with you 100%. 1 hour, though, is now overbought, and we didn't get the love that we really, really wanted. 4 hour time frame, too, is oversold, though. I like it. Again, we got to wait out the 1 hour. To me, the 1 hour is just a little too overbought for me. But you know what I like? Bitcoin's getting high on the 4 hour. See, I'm starting to notice something. I got a cool insight for y'all. You look at Bitcoin, it's high on the 4 hour. You look at FET, and it's low on the 4 hour. You run to the FET-BTC pair. Why? Well, it looked like they're inversely going to operate, right? It's on KuCoin. It's ready to go. I'm watching this BTC pair for FET. Now, it is kind of a descending triangle, though. See that? Unless I cut off the wick and make it a little slanted, it has some descending triangle vibes. Descending triangles tend to break to the downside 68% of the time. However, the 4 hour does want to give me bacon on the beach. So, yeah, but it could point down and break that zone. Right now, I don't know if this is going to be the trade for you. The 1 hour doesn't look amazing right now, and we could even drop lower to the 886 retracement. So, I don't know. Something's got me wary. It's Sunday night, you know. Dave, man, you're confused, my man. Like we've talked about this like over 200 times on the channel. All right? The video does not say that you pump on a new moon. You pump on a full moon. Bitcoin pumps every full moon. It says it right there. It says it right there on the channel. Anyway, I don't want to piss anybody off. I love you, Dave. You're one of my number one. So, but we pump on the full moon. It's obvious, you know. Come on, man. Like, It's the full moon, like the werewolf moon. Like, it gets everyone going. Look, you look at the all-time history index. Get rid of the moving averages. I keep trying to recreate the indicator, but I don't know what the indicator was called when I made that video. What I'll do is the next time I look at the video, I'm going to zoom in and look at the actual... If someone can go in here, because my computer's messing up, watch this video, and can you just show me the indicator that I used? Because I did it once sparingly, and I just can't remember the indicator that I actually used. So I can't see the indicator, you know? Whoever said that we pumped on a new moon? Whoever said that? Whoever said that? Sammy, you're one click away from being a superstar, man. Shout out to Lifer Friend in the making, baby. That would kill my French press. No, never done it. I like my changa. You're funny. Everyone says we pump on a new moon. I've never heard that in my life. I don't know. I don't listen to everybody else. I only do what I back-tested on my own. You dump on a new moon, dude. You dump on a new moon, all right? You pump on a full moon. Just watch the video. It doesn't matter what I said. Go watch the video. Like, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Go watch the dang video that explains it from beginning to end. Like, so there's no worry about it. Just look at the video. The video explains it all right there for you. You know? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not rocket science, man. The video explains it. Go watch the video. And you won't have to worry about it. Who cares what I said? I'm live. I could sneeze while I'm talking. You know what I mean? The video has it organized and edited for you to see. You see what I mean? Like, just look at the data. Let the data tell you what's going on. Don't listen to nonsense. Yes, I'm talking nonsense. Well, look, I went up here, and I just can't remember the indicator. Did anyone help me out here? I am going to backtest it. I'm asking someone to send me the dang frame of the indicator so I can use the same indicator I used before, but no one's helping me out. Lifer Friend, you're the one that will help me out. I know it. Can you go to that video that I just put out? Can you zoom in and tell me what indicator I used so we can recreate this indicator? Possibly. If possible. Anybody out there trying to help a lifer? Anybody? Anybody out there helping me out? Anyone? I'll go in the 99. Anybody? Anybody out there? I'm asking for help. I ask for help maybe once a day. I mean, once a year. So from my wife, I ask for help every day. But from everybody else, I really don't. I don't ask for anything, really. Very rare that I ask for a thing. I tried to look at the video, but it's not in the frame. Thank you for saying that. Sam, it's moon phases. I know, but then the last time I brought it up, it didn't work the same. You know what I mean? It didn't seem to see. Is it technicals, moon phases, strategy, Lux Algo, moon phases? Is it this one? I mean, I've already made it a favorite. It's definitely this one. But see, it doesn't look this isn't doing it right. Because you got to look at it on like the 4-hour time frame. Yeah, I mean, full moon. And look how they did this differently. So look, the new moon, it should be black or gray. You know what I mean? The full moon should be white. Like, let's get real. You know what I mean? See that? All right. These are all full moons. Okay? Every white one is a full moon. I just made it really clear. Look, full moon, we pumped up. New moon, we pumped down. Full moon, we pumped up. New moon, we come down. Full moon here, kind of fell back. That one we continued down, right? Doesn't mean you pump every time. But this isn't the indicator. The indicator I used was better. It was a better indicator than this. It looked clearer than this. I just want to make it clear. I don't want anyone to be like, see how nice I am? Someone could be like, oh, he's rude. I'm being so persistently detailed that I want you to get the indicator correct. And I want you to show you what I'm showing you. And then I'm out of here for the day. Moon cycles. There it is. This is it right here. This is the one. So look. Recently we had a huge pump for Bitcoin, right? It started when we had this full moon right here. And then lo and behold, we started. Here we have a new moon coming. I mean, here we have a new moon, we struggled. Here we have a new moon, we dumped. There we have a half a moon, we dumped, right? And it was even more apparent here in this rally while we were moving here. Here we had a new moon. We dumped so hard on the new moon. Look at that. Nasty. Here we have a new moon. We dumped so hard. That's the top. Here we have a new moon. We dumped so hard. Here we have a full moon. We get a nice pump. Here we get a full moon. We get a nice pump. Here we get a full moon. We get a nice pump. It's not guaranteed. It's just most of the time. All right. Here we get a full moon. Look, the beginning of one of the most massive pumps of Bitcoin's life. All right. Here we get a new moon. The beginning of a dump correction. Here we get a full moon. One of the most massive pumps of Bitcoin's life. Here we get a new moon correction. Here we get a full moon, nice pump. New moon, dump. Full moon, pump. Does everybody get it now? Does everybody get it now? Thank you to my team who responded. Thank you to everybody who went out of their way to help me when I asked for help. Moon cycles, you're the man, dude. And I've showed this many times. Thank you so much. You found another one too. You're a blessing, bro. Shout out to Frodo. Shout out to Killer Green. Shout out to everybody that holds me down when I need help. I appreciate you more than ever. Full moon equals new lows for the lower week, then pump after. It could possibly do that too. All right, everyone, I'm out for the day. Thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. I'll be back tonight at 8 p.m. to show you what's going down. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll catch you on the next live stream. I'm over and out. My family needs me. Peace out. It is Sunday. Try to spend a little more time with the kids on Sunday. I love you all. Be